Hey, what is going on, guys? Bringing you a new video here today. This is the Skyrim PlayStation Overhaul, and the first mod I wanted to bring you today is a brand new mod called Immersive Armors by the Beast Riviere. And what this mod is trying to do is add another layer of difficulty to the game by adding a durability system. Now, the way that this durability system works is a little not as good as you would have on PC. There's a book in the inventory, as you can see here, that goes into more detail. I'm going to cut out some of it because it's a pretty long book and it goes into pretty much all the details you need to know. But basically, anytime you use a armor or weapon of a certain type above iron, like I'm putting on steel and I have iron weapons, that category can be affected by a debuff. So right here you're going to see now from swinging my weapon, my iron weapons have now been debuffed. Now the reason that this mod is work in progress and not really something I'm looking forward to using at the time is because this applies to all iron weapons generally, not just the one that you're currently using. So you can see my iron weapon damage is going all over the place here. And now I've taken some hits. My steel armor has become completely useless. It's heavier and gives me nothing to use. Hopefully in time this mod could use some updates and some more tweaking, but you can see a really cool effect there where the armor is damaged. I think that's really awesome. But that's just about it, guys. I suggest you check it out for yourselves and see if you like it. And going right into our second mod, this is Gods Be Praised. This is a altar overhaul. For anyone that is used to using the different altars, I've sped up the footage here because there are so many powers and they all do so many different things. What I liked about this mod is that it had these very unique kind of powers. Like you see here, the drum is being used, and using Talos will give you a storm crown, aka shock cloak. And the reason that I am actually not going to add this mod personally to my list is because that a majority of these buffs are just some form of cloak ability, and they only last about 60 minutes. And I don't know if they can accidentally trigger if you're like in a populated area. You might accidentally get a bounty on your head. So hopefully this footage is sped up enough to kind of get through this a little bit quick, but I just wanted to show off some of the buffs because maybe people are into this. I have included a little snippet of the mod that I personally use and have in my Skyrim PlayStation Overhaul, Enduring Altar Blessings, and that mod has a lot of really simple buffs for all of the altars, and it makes them last multiple days, so it's more of a religion overhaul than anything. As you can see here, just going on, there's just more cloaks and just some simple powers. I think that if this mod could make it so that the cloak abilities you get are a on-use ability, kind of like Ancestral Wrath, then I would consider using this mod a lot more. But for the time being, just having a cloak randomly applied to you for praying to a god is not super interesting to me. But yeah, that looks to be all of them. Hopefully I can speed this up a little bit more and it's not too choppy. This footage is going on a little too long. I'm going to check a little bit if you want to check out how well a mod goes through things. You should see if they change the Shrine of Ariel. And here is Altars of Skyrim, the Enduring Blessings. Just a quick little show. Some of the blessings are just a lot simpler. There are so many different buffs and debuffs and going on with my personal Skyrim PlayStation Overhaul that I have linked down below. That having a altar blessing that's just concise is a lot nicer to play with and just have in general. You also won't have any kind of like weird incompatibilities with any mods in general. I recommend you put whatever altar modification that you use somewhere around wherever you put perk mods. Down below, I will have linked the Pastebin, where I keep a guide of how to make a load order and what my personal load order is. So if you have any questions about the mods that you see here, or what mods I like to use, or what mods you can't use together, I definitely check it out. Going into our third mod, this is Nourishment. I wanted to cover a couple of mods in this one particular instance. This is showcasing vanilla crafting recipes for food, because I think food in Skyrim is incredibly undervalued, and it's one of my favorite parts. So I made a comparison of 3 different food mods compared to vanilla, and the one that I personally use, I think, is the best. I have them all linked down below in the description, so you can all check them out. Some of these are pretty new, but as you can see here, Nourishment is just going to add a lot of small little buffs, kind of like Enduring Blessings, that are magicka, stamina, health related. This is based on, I believe, the Elder Scrolls Online. It's inspired by. You won't find any crazy recipes or any crazy buffs or anything. Just really simple and lightweight. Next, we have Functional Food, which is a little bit more of the same. This has kind of been balanced around the idea that potions are used over time, and not potions are used instantaneously. Sorry. And in my personal mod list, I like to have potions be used over time, so they can't be stacked. So there's a little bit of incompatibility with this mod's perspective on how food should be used. But as you can see, the bonuses are a little bit stronger. Some of them are a little bit more unique. It has a little bit more depth, but it's just not personally my favorite. And then lastly, my favorite cooking mod that I think everyone should use is Improved Cooking by Sir Cornholio. This mod is absolutely awesome. Every single piece of food has a cool buff. It's not too strong. It's just a little bit extra spice for your Skyrim game. It makes going around and collecting these ingredients and then sitting down at a campfire in survival mode suddenly have a little bit more meaning. Maybe you're looking to get a magicka potion, but you want archery buffs. There's going to be some kind of food for you. No matter what build you have, when you use this mod, there will be some form of food for you. And I really like the idea of people coming up with menus, per se, for their characters, what their characters' preferred foods are. And I definitely think one of my character builds going forward is going to be heavily focused on crafting food and crafting bombs and just crafting in general. But yeah, I'm going to have these all linked down below, and you can also see in the Pastebin how I personally put this in my load order. Generally up around new items. And here I'm just showing, here's a screenshot of the Pastebin. In case some people don't know what it is or where you can find it, it's going to be linked down in the description below. It is a thorough breakdown of all the mods that I use and the load order that I use. And right here, I'm showing the current load order that I have. This is not for you to copy. The Pastebin has a load order that is tested and everyone can work off of and build off of and make your own. This load order that you're currently seeing on the screen is my testing load order, and as I make adjustments and make notes, I add them to the Pastebin and I update the Pastebin. If you have any questions about mods, if you have any questions about what mods I'm using, you can always find the most current answers in the Pastebin. And if you guys have any questions about Skyrim PlayStation Overhaul in general, or you need help with modding, please feel free to jump down in the comments. And if you stayed for this long, I really, really appreciate it. I hope to see you guys in the next video. If you could, give me a like and subscribe, because we are very close to hitting 500, and that means so much to me, guys. Thank you so much.